You have a person in your life who leaves you feeling physically exhausted every single time you speak to them. They don't yell at you. They don't explicitly insult you. On the surface, they might even seem like a close friend or a caring partner. But after a 30-minute phone call with them, you feel like all the energy has been violently siphoned from your body. This is not a coincidence. You are being targeted by a highly specific type of psychological predator. They are known clinically as a covert narcissist, and they are using you as an emotional battery to power their own fragile ego. To understand why you feel so drained, we have to look at the invisible economy of emotional labor in your relationships. Healthy relationships operate on a balanced exchange of energy. You support them, they support you. The battery stays charged, but an empathy vampire operates on a massive parasitic deficit. They are a black hole of need that can never be filled. They scan the room for people who have a high capacity for empathy, compassion, and guilt. They are looking for a host, and once they attach to you, they begin slowly and methodically draining your mental energy until you have absolutely nothing left for yourself. The most dangerous thing about the covert narcissist is their disguise. They do not look like the traditional arrogant narcissist. They do not brag or demand the spotlight. Instead, they control you by playing the role of the perpetual, helpless victim. Every conversation is a crisis. Every minor inconvenience in their life is a catastrophic tragedy that requires your immediate intervention. They weaponize their own suffering to hijack your biological caretaking instincts. They make you feel entirely responsible for their emotional survival. When you try to offer a logical solution to their problem, they will aggressively reject it. They always have an excuse for why the solution won't work, because they do not actually want a solution. Fixing the problem would mean they lose your undivided attention. What they want is narcissistic supply. They want to watch you twist yourself into knots, desperately trying to soothe them. Your frustration, your exhaustion, and your endless emotional labor are the exact currency they feed on. To them, your frantic effort to help is absolute proof that they are important, valid, and worthy of taking up space. You are not a human being to them. You are an emotional appliance, plugged into the wall to keep their ego running. So why can't you just walk away? Because the empathy vampire traps you in an intricate, psychological matrix of profound guilt. They are masters of subtle manipulation. They use phrases like, "You're the only one who understands me," or "I don't know what I would do without you." They are not complimenting you. They are installing a highly toxic psychological tripwire designed to paralyze you. They are quietly implying that if you ever decide to set a boundary or take a step back, their inevitable collapse will be entirely your fault. This triggers your deepest fear of being a bad person. You stay in the toxic cycle simply to avoid the massive guilt of leaving them behind. And the moment you try to focus on your own life or your own problems, the vampire will instantly punish you. They won't scream. They will use the silent treatment. They will withdraw, sigh heavily, and project an aura of quiet devastation. They force you to ask what is wrong, dragging you right back into the center of their manufactured emotional storm. It is an insidious, invisible form of control. They dominate the entire relationship by remaining completely helpless. You spend years walking on eggshells, actively shrinking your own life so you don't accidentally upset their fragile balance. Living in this state of chronic emotional obligation physically destroys your nervous system over time. Your brain is constantly flooded with cortisol because you are in a permanent state of high alert, waiting for their next crisis. This is why you feel a knot in your stomach every single time their name pops up on your phone screen. Your body is treating the notification exactly like a physical threat. It knows that an attack on your energy reserves is imminent. You begin to suffer from compassion fatigue. You become numb, irritable, and completely detached from the things you used to love, because every ounce of your daily cognitive fuel is being diverted to managing the emotional state of a grown adult who refuses to manage themselves. The tragedy is that you think you are being a good friend or a loyal partner. You think your patience is a virtue, but your patience is actually enabling their toxicity. By constantly absorbing their pain, you are shielding them from reality. You cannot heal a parasite by giving it more of your blood. It will simply drink until you are completely empty, and then it will move on. You have to fundamentally accept that their emotional stability is not your responsibility. The only way to survive an empathy vampire is to drastically cut off their supply. You must become entirely uninteresting to them. Psychologists call this the gray rock method. When they come to you with their manufactured drama, you stop reacting. You do not offer solutions. You do not show visible distress. You do not give them the emotional performance they are desperately trying to extract. You respond with boring, neutral phrases. That sounds difficult. I'm sorry you are dealing with that. You become a smooth, blank, gray rock. When they realize that they can no longer siphon energy from you, they will immediately retreat. They will accuse you of being cold. They will call you selfish. They will try one last desperate guilt trip to force you back into the dynamic. Let them. Let them call you the villain in their story. Your peace of mind is worth infinitely more than their approval. Set absolute, unbreakable boundaries around your time and your mental energy. You are allowed to protect your own life. Reclaim your empathy. Stop pouring your light into a bottomless black hole. Save your energy for the people who actually want to heal.